أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب الله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين الذي أذهب عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا واللعن الدائم على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين، وبالخصوص اللعن الدائم والأبدي على الجبت والطاغوت وقاتلي أبي عبد الله الحسين عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام. My dear brothers and sisters, we begin in the name of Allah, most beneficent, most merciful. All praise be to Him. We send our peace and blessings upon Muhammad and his holy household, and our everlasting damnation upon their enemies. Ameen Rabbil Alameen. And we send a specific damnation upon Egypti wa Taghut, Ibn Abi Quhaf and Ibn Suhaqin, and of course on the killers of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi afdal salati was salam. We also send our condolences to Sahib al-Asri wa Zaman, Imam al-Mahdi al-Mountather, Ajirallahu ta'ala farajahu al-Sharif, on this tragic occasion which marks the passing of his great aunt Zainab al-Kubra alayha afdal salati wa atam al-salam, and as well to the Maraji' al-Idham and to the Islamic Ummah on this tragic occasion. As-Sayyida Fatimatu, As-Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam, Bintu Fatima wa Ali, the daughter of Fatima and Ali, peace be upon them, who was born on the 6th year after Hijrah on the 5th of Jumada al-Awwal, and passed away on the 15th of this holy month of Rajab. Should we not say Istishhad Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam? I said Wafat, right? In fact, I would like to change and I say we send our condolences to Sahib al-Asr wa Zaman on the martyrdom of Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam. All the pain that she was dealt by Banu Umayyah, all the pain she was dealt from Ahlul Saqifa until Bani Umayyah, until she passed away 2 years after the tragic occasion of Karbala. In the year 62 after Hijrah, 15th of Rajab, she died. But how did she die? Do you think Sayyida Zainab? Sometimes you don't have to be directly killed by an individual to be considered a martyr. From the amount of pain that Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam went through, it caused her to be so weak. It caused her to not even have an appetite to eat after what she saw of the brutal murder of her brother Al-Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam here in Karbala. After how she saw them poisoning Rasulullah, after how she saw them striking her mother behind the door on the nail, after when she saw Imam Ali alayhi salam being struck on the head by Ibn Muljam alayhi la'anullah, and then Al-Hasan ibn Ali vomiting his own organs. Then here in Karbala, Zainab alayhi salam went through all of these tragedies, and then after Karbala she went through even more tragedies because of the captives and the young children of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. But till today, there is a victor, then there is the one who is at loss. Yazid wanted to eradicate the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Then Zainab alayhi salam, she said, Wallah, yabnu akilatul akbad, ayyuha ad-da'i ibn da'i, ad-da'i ibn ad-da'i, wallahi lam tamhu dhikrana. Zainab alayhi salam says, you, O son, you who are the result of an impure birth, result of an adulterous matter, you think that you can eradicate the message of Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam? No. Wallahi ibn Hindin lam tamhu dhikrana abada. And these words of Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam, that she recited during that majlis when that mal'oon Ibn Muawiyah, Yazid ibn Muawiyah alayhi la'an Allah, was there. Till today it propagates and it breaks the barrier of time and space. Till today people are visiting Karbala. Till today people are saying La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah wa Aliyan Waliyullah. Who is Zainab? Who is Zainab? You wish for me to tell you who Zainab is? Who am I to tell you who Zainab alayhi salam is? Zainab alayhi salam holds a special place in the hearts of many. Some people, especially myself, when it comes to Sayyidah Fatima Zahra alayhi salam, and then as well as Sayyidah Zainab, they hold a special place in my heart like no other infallible, no other character or individual. Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam is the manifestation of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra alayhi salam. It's as if Sayyidah Fatima alayhi salam and Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam did not die at all. They lived in Zainab alayhi salam. Why? We see that she inherited from her mother courage. She inherited from her mother modesty and chastity. She inherited from her father eloquence. The narrator says, when Zainab alayhi salam was speaking in Masjid al-Kufa, كأنها تفرغ عن لسان أبيها أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام. It's as if Imam Ali alayhi salam is standing and is still alive here in front of us, and she just, everything that comes out of the word of Zainab is just pure eloquence. Zainab alayhi salam, that courage to be able to stand in front of the tyrant of your time stems from Sayyidah Fatima Zahra alayhi salam, the first Rafadiyya, the first rejecter, who stood in front of the tyrant of her time, Ibn Abi Quhafa ibn Suhaq. Zainab alayhi salam shielded, used herself as a shield to protect her brother Ali ibn Hussein alayhi salam in the majlis of Yazid al-Mal'oon alayhi la'anullah. Zainab عالمة غير معلمة فاهمة غير مفهمة. Zainab alayhi salam is a alima. Alima, the word alim holds a great weight in Arabic literacy. Sometimes almost impossible to translate these words. عالمة غير معلمة. She is learned in all aspects, in religion, in non-religion, in everything. Zainab alayhi salam possesses cognizance. She's a scholar. She's infused with knowledge without being taught by anybody. She is وَفَهِمَةٌ غَيْرَ مُفَهَّمَةٌ, meaning she possesses understanding, cognizance of all matters. يحتوي علمها يحتوي على كل شيء. Her knowledge encompasses all things without her being taught. And these are the words of an infallible Imam, of Ali ibn al-Hussein Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam. And he says, Ya Amma, Anti bihamdillah alimatun ghayra mu'allima wa fahimatun ghayra mufahama. From this alone we can conclude that Zainab alayhi salam, her knowledge is not from the knowledge of mankind. Yes, she was raised in the house of revelation, fi biyutin adina Allahu an turfa. She was raised in the house that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given permission for it to be raised and for His name to be remembered. She was raised by Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But at the same time, this narration tells us that her knowledge is not only from the knowledge that comes from this household, but her knowledge also stems from something divine. Ilmun ladunni, a divine affluence that descends from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon Zainab alayhi salam. Don't let anybody come and question or have doubt in the matter of the infallibility of Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam. And I testify that I believe in this infallibility of Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam. People come and they begin to say sughra wa kubra, it's minor infallibility or major infallibility, something that the scholars themselves introduced over time. Whereas, how do you measure a minor and a major? We do not say that she has the infallibility of her father or mother, but she has an infallibility, maybe lesser than that infallibility, Allahu A'lam, but don't come and give titles and say it's minor or major. Who are you to decide? Who are you to tell the world that my lady, Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam, possesses a minor infallibility? Who are you to say Fadl Abbas alayhi salam possesses a minor or a major infallibility? How do you measure major and minor? Because when you say minor, you are informing that there's a scale from 1 to 10 maybe. So are you saying 5 and under is minor and then 5 and over is major? Does not work. Logically, you cannot comprehend it. Even if you look back in the books of our ulama from before, the ulama, there was no such thing as major and minor. In fact, there is no one contextual text that says we have even 14 infallibles, the term 14 itself. We have infallibles. We have a hadith that say that the imams are infallibles, or the household, or this person is infallible, Rasulullah is infallible. But there is nothing to specify the actual number 1, 4, 14, or 12. Meaning that there is a wider range that we cannot comprehend. There is something that we cannot fathom. Don't go on doubting and questioning things you do not comprehend. There are some matters that we will leave with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Back to Zainab alayhi salam. Our time is very limited. I have a couple of things I wish to share with you. First of all, we believe and we have narrations that are narrated that Zainab alayhi salam, her name descended from the heavens, and her name is the perfect name. Why? Because Zainab, according to the linguists, it says that Zainab alayhi salam kalimatun murakkabatun min zain wa ab, meaning Zainul ab, the ornament of the father. And why Allah is not Zainab alayhi salam the ornament of Amir al-Mu'mineen? Is it not Zainab alayhi salam the pride and joy of Amir al-Mu'mineen? Zainabun alimatun fahima قد ورثت من أمها فاطمة العلم والمصاب وهي الذي بعد الحسين بالهدى قائمة, as the poet says. Zainabun alimatun fahima. Zainabun is a learned scholar that possesses several categories of knowledge. قد ورثت من أمها فاطمة. She had inherited from her mother Fatima. العلم والحلم والمصاب وهي الذي. She has narrated from her mother morality, ethics, knowledge, and oppression and tragedies. وهي بعد الحسين بالهدى قائمة. What does that mean? That after Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam, she was given a specific niyaba, a specific authorization and license from Al-Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam to be what? To be the person that the ummah goes back to during that time, because Ali ibn al-Hussein al-Sajjad alayhi salam was very ill, and people would come to Zainab alayhi salam to receive their fatwa, to receive the answers to their legal matters. Does this not point to a fact that Zainab alayhi salam possesses such high stature? On top of that, sidetrack here, when Zainab alayhi salam, during the last moments, when Al-Hussein alayhi salam had to go towards Karbala, Al-Hussein alayhi salam told Zainab this. He said, "O Zainab, remember me in your night prayer." Keep that in mind right now, because we have to go and take a break, but we will come back to you inshallah. But keep that in the back of your head until we have a break. Stay tuned, my dear brothers and sisters.
Zainab, 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 ya Zainab. A massacre, that is all I can say. For what was in front of me on that day, my voice echoing as I shout his name. I keep shouting, but it is all in vain. What did they do to you, brother Hussein?
Welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. We left by telling you what the last words of Al-Hussein ibn Ali, or one of the last words of Al-Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam to his sister Zainab al-Kubra. أو زينب يا أختاه لا تنسينا في صلاة الليل. Do not forget us in your night prayer. Al-Hussein alayhi salam instructs his sister that she does not forget him in his night prayer. These are all shawahid, these are all testimonies that tell us that Zainab alayhi salam has reached a very high level that we cannot comprehend and understand. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, my colleagues have informed me that we don't have much time left. So with the last 5 or 6 minutes that we have left, I wish to provide to you the sources concerning the statement I made earlier, where Zainab alayhi salam was given a special niyaba, authorization and license from the Imam of her time, or from Imam Hussein alayhi salam, to be in the maqam of giving fatwa, to giving legal matters and legal actions and knowledge to people that come to her. The knowledge that she had and the sources are many. It's very difficult to even, I don't even know where basically to tell you or where to start concerning Zainab alayhi salam and concerning this maqam that she had. But there's a couple of books that I wish for you to read. First of them, the book that is Zainab al-Kubra min al-Mahdi ila al-Lahd by Sayyid Muhammad Kadhim al-Qazwini. In this book, you will discover several things, and you will discover as well that Zainab alayhi salam has many merits and virtues, and the fact that she was also known for her modesty and chastity. And if you refer back to Kamal al-Din and Tamam al-Ni'mah, page 501, and Bihar al-Anwar, volume 46, page 19, you will discover a very lengthy narration in which the Imam alayhi salam, Al-Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam, gives to his sister Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam this license to give, or license that people can come back to her, even though there was an Imam at the time, which was Ali ibn Hussein Sajjad alayhi salam. But until he got better and was able to do this, she was the one in his place, in place of the Imam alayhi salam. So, see, I don't really know where to begin or where to tell you or what to say about Zainab alayhi salam. I do want to read the following piece of poetry, and maybe from there I have a couple narrations, but I'm not sure which one to narrate because of my time. But this narration, this piece of poetry takes the narrations and puts them all into perspective. He says, وَهُوَ أَوْصَى إِلَى الْعَقِيلَةِ جَهْرًا وَلِزَيْنِ الْعِبَادِ تَحْتَ الْخِفَاءِ فهي تعطي الأحكام للناس فتوى بعد أخذ من زينة بعد أخذ من زينة الأولياء كل هذا ستر عليه وحفظ لعلي من أعين الرقباء. It says that he, Al-Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam, instructed Zainab alayhi salam jahran, out in the open, and to Zain al-Ibad As-Sajjad alayhi salam in private. فهي تعطي الأحكام للناس فتوى, and she gives to the people the fatwa, the legal matters, the answers to their legal matters. Of course, she receives this knowledge from Zinatul Awliya'i, from the Wali Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Kullu hada, all of this whole matter, the narrator says, or the poet says, all of this is done. Why? It is done so it could protect Ali ibn al-Hussein as-Sajjad alayhi salam from the enemies. It was a very difficult time that Ali ibn al-Hussein alayhi salam went through. Then the Nas we find قال في كتاب ليلة عاشوراء في الحديث الشيخ عبد الله الحسن إنه كان لزينب عليه السلام نيابة خاصة عن الحسين عليه السلام وكان الناس يرجعون إليها في الحلال والحرام حتى برئ زين العابدين عليه السلام من مرضه. This is the statement that I wanted to narrate, and you'll find it in Kamal al-Din and Bihar al-Anwar, a very lengthy narration, but in summary it says that she had a specific authorization from her brother al-Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam until the Imam alayhi salam, Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, got better. Now my time is coming to a close. I only have minutes left. I wish to read the following narration just to tell you how much Al-Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam loved Zainab alayhi salam. It says جاء في بعض الأخبار أن الحسين عليه السلام كان إذ زارته زينب يقوم إجلالا لها وكان يجلسها في مكانه. That when Zainab alayhi salam would come visit Al-Hussein ibn Ali, he would get up from his location and sit Zainab alayhi salam. I wanted to end with this, and I want you guys to think of this picture. Then you'll understand how much Zainab alayhi salam went through when she saw Al-Hussein ibn Ali here in Karbala. I say Assalamu alayki ya mawlati, Assalamu ala al-Hussein wa ala Ali ibn al-Hussein wa ala awlad al-Hussein. Wassalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.